Awesome, awesome. Here we are in the markets again. Let's get straight into it because we've got a little bit. I'll go ahead and share my trading screen. You can see here on the account we're down about 400 from the last stream. I took a trade over here. I'm pretty sure I still left it marked up, but we had a trend line break right here, and I took a buy, and we went ahead and we hit our stop loss. So no biggie. Um, just down, well, under 400 from what we were yesterday. So no biggie there, but just to put it in perspective, we are switching gears just a bit. Uh, I am gonna go ahead and do uh, 2 contracts and 3 contract trading from now, not the 4 con trading. Reason is I want the stop to be a little bigger. I don't think we got enough room on our stop. Even with these 3 cons, we're only looking at about 33 quarters, which is going to be 8 points and a quarter, which I think is still decently small. So, and then it looks like here on our 2 cons, we're looking at 50 quarters for the stop loss, which is going to come out to 12 points, 12-point stop loss. So we're gonna stick with the 2 and the 3 cons for right now. Try these larger stop loss levels out. Yes, we're putting a little more up to risk, and we'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear for now, and depending on how today, and then if we go ahead and we keep the same momentum going into tomorrow, then we'll be able to tell. Okay, maybe do we need to make a little bit of an adjustment, right? I feel like we are risking a bit much, a bit more than I would like to, with the 500 stop, which obviously that comes down to contract sizing, but I feel as though our stop losses are a bit inadequate, right? 10 points is not a crazy amount, especially when trading NQ, because NQ is extremely volatile. It'll be bouncing, it'll be dropping, the volatility is there, the volume's there. So 10 points is an easy move for NQ, for NASDAQ. So a little worried about that. And that's why, we're testing out, seeing maybe if these 12 points and these 8 points work a little better, because yesterday we were messing with 6-point stop losses. So, maybe 2 points will make a bit of a difference. With the $500 risk management that we're currently using, that basically means if I took 9 losing trades, that we would be out of the challenge. I would hit that max drawdown of $4,500. I will say that is not sitting well with me. So option 2 would be going ahead and changing that risk into maybe a 250 risk management level, or risk per trade level for each trade. But to that note, we'd most likely either be going into 1 contract trades or 2 contract trades as the max, because if we did that, then we're still talking about really small stop loss levels. So we're just going to play around with it a bit for now and see how it goes. But yeah, that's kind of what I got right now. If anything, too, we can always hop onto the micros and do the math there. I know with the challenge that I'm currently taking, there's a 15 contract trade limit per trade. So I can only trade 15 cons at one time, which with the micros would make it a little difficult to go ahead and make a lot of money on these moves, because you're looking at $1.25 per point per contract. So that times 15, because that's our max, would be $18.75 per contract. So you might as well just trade 1 con of a mini contract rather than a micro, because that's going to be 20 per point. So So yeah, so we got some investigating to do. We've got some playing around to do. See kind of how we adjust to the market and what we got to do to adjust to this trading challenge and make it happen, right? Um, as of right now, we had this big dip, 8:30, 8:30 news. I've got core PPI month to month and PPI month to month. So that's what happened at 8:30 for US dollar, for USD. So in America, my bad. I use Forex Factory still for my news, but yeah. So we're gonna see what happens. If we can get up into this level, I'm kind of looking for buys. Again, I still have that bias, that bullish bias a bit, and based on yesterday's price action, if you see what we're looking at, a little indecisive. Obviously, disregard our big drop here because of news, of urgent news, right? But even then, we pulled back almost all of that price action right now, right? So we'll go ahead and see how this market open looks. What it wants to go ahead and give us. But if we can pull up into this level here, I might even put a limit order so we can test one of those out, see how it works on TradingView. Um, but yeah, definitely, possibly looking for this push up higher. Might just go with the two con because like that, our stop loss will go ahead and be 12 points, which let's give it a go and let's see what we can do with the 12 point stop loss if that goes ahead and it works for us. Um, I am trying to get these breakouts, right? So even though like my trading strategies breakouts, the good thing about breakouts too is you're looking for that momentum, you're looking for that push. But I do just want a little bit of wiggle room on these trades, right? Like I don't want that stop loss to be super tight, especially on a pair that not a pair, an asset that is so volatile. And you'll get caught in swings in the opposite direction. Um, and and if I go ahead and have a tight stop loss, right, I might just go ahead and get stopped out because my stop loss was too tight, and I might just miss the move. Like if we went ahead and we got into a buy here of sorts, this move goes down just about 20 points right here. So if I get into a buy anywhere over here, and we move down 20 points, and then it comes up, we're missing that move. So we're gonna play around with this, with the 12 and with the 8 stop losses, depending on our contract size. Uh, and then truly based on that, we'll go ahead and adjust if we need to, and figure out what we got to do to make this challenge happen and make sure that we're not risking too much, and that when we are taking profits, the amount of risk that we're taking makes sense, right? Because we don't want to be taking these trades and also taking profits, like yesterday, how I took that $500 profit, and then my next trade I go ahead and I lose, I lose the entirety of that basically. Should have taken profit, a bit earlier when we were higher up and we had a 2R or 3R opportunity. So again, that's where greed and emotion comes into play, and proper proper trading plans. But yeah, so we're aware of that now, and we're ready to see what this market is going to do for today. We've got about 7 minutes until our stock market open. Uh, Again, I just put this hat on because I want to get a little more comfortable. I'm going to go get water, and we're going to be all ready for this market to open and see what happens. So I will be right back. All right, got a water, got a little bit of Cuban coffee, a little bit of black Cuban coffee, and we should be ready to be here in this chair for about the next 30 minutes to an hour. See what we can pull out in this session. I still have my alert up here. This is our downtrend line from the daily. So this is a downward trend on the daily time frame that we're looking at. I have my alert there. It didn't go off yesterday. We didn't hit it, obviously. So we got that there, and if we get up there, we're looking for our buys for sure. So that's the level I'm more so eager and excited about to go ahead and trade. We are gonna have to see what this open looks like because we are awfully close to this morning's bullish trend, right? So possible break there. Obviously, we're not accounting for this crazy wick out. Should I? I don't know, but again, like to your own discretion. To me, this is just extreme volatility, extreme volume. Is this price at 18,165 and a quarter some magical level? Possibly. I don't know. I can't tell you that. I'm not a genie. But I will say, I just trimmed this. Like, I just gave it a little haircut. Those wicks are humongous. It's a news candle. It's not as important to me as I think. This candle here and the following candle are more important to me because you're going ahead and you're seeing, okay, price is kind of trading back and it's undoing what it just did, right? So give it a little haircut. Bullish trend. I'm gonna start that at the. Something went wrong. Please try again. My bad. Siri is being whack. So bullish trend. Going ahead and starting that at the first bullish candle right after that big drop, and then obviously we got our first touch point and our second touch point now. So possibility for some sells right here if we were to break that level. Indeed. Do we want to do that, or are we concrete and are we kind of stuck on this bullish bias? We will have to see. Let's go ahead. We're gonna place a take profit of, let's just say 1,500, right? 1,500. I think 3R is a good level for a take profit, and then we can go ahead and we can drag that if we want to bring it closer for a take profit, or if we're going to start utilizing our trailing stop like we want to. But at least if we get a crazy push down, 3R or 4R, 3R or 4R. I think 3R is okay. That's doable, right? Because like that, you're looking at like 6 trades if you hit that. All right, we're looking at about 2 minutes left here till the market open. We want to put this limit right here at this price up here. I'm not too sure. It almost seems like we definitely have some resistance up here. But I'm telling you, after this crazy news, I almost feel like this bullish bias, is possibly going to work in our favor. So like we got that break of the trend line, not 930 yet. So I don't want to hit that volume. I don't want to hit that volatility right out the gate. We want to play it a little safer. And we will wait and see how price reacts. We got obviously this level here that it's eager to possibly break. We have this little that's a little bit of a bounce. So you get this little bounce over here. More eager about this high, and then obviously our high over here created by the explosion of price action at 8:30. So we'll see what could happen. Sometimes price likes to go ahead and swing. It'll swing in the complete opposite direction because of certain news events like this, right? We went ahead and we sold down. If we want to, we could go ahead. I think maybe putting this limit order here. Let's do it. Let's give it a shot. Limit order at 830125. Limit or a stop? I think it's a stop, not a limit. Pretty sure it's a stop. We'll see what happens. 301.25. Where'd I mess up? That's where I messed up. Boom, boom, boom. So, yes, this is correct. So if it goes ahead and it hits this price level, it'll go ahead and put us in an automatic buy. All right, we are looking at 2-unit trade, $500 USD risk, which is our 50 ticks or our 12.2 quarters, 12 and a half point stop loss right here would be this trade that we're going to put a limit on now. All right. Oh, stop. Buy stop. Look, and it did it for us. So we can go ahead and we can see what it looks like before the trade even goes ahead and executes. There's our 3R target. All right. So it looks like 930 hit. Yep. And we are open. I've got on this screen that I'm looking at now, I've got, oh, there is news for GDP. 10 a.m. We've got high intensity news. Fed Powell speaks. Ooh, that's not good. All right, so let's see what happens. Here we've got our buy stop. Let's go ahead and let's just hold it. We've got our bias pushing higher. What I was saying before is over here on the left hand side of the screen I'm looking at. I have a dual screen or dual monitor. So I'm watching on Tradeovate as price action is flowing. Could have argued a good buy limit or a buy stop. Apologies, a buy stop right here on this break level. But like I said, I'm eager to see what happens up here, and then obviously if we come up here and we break this zone, we'll put our if we break this level here, we'll bring our trailing stop to 1R. And we'll just keep on riding this trade as long as we can. I'll pull up the take profit a bit higher probably, and we'll just ride it. Oh, looks like we're not gonna get that satisfaction there. Maybe we go ahead and we change gears if we get this break. You gotta be adaptable. You gotta be ready. See what happens. If we get this breakdown here, I'd prefer that as a sell. There's still like a lot of indecision in this area, but I feel like if we broke down here, we're definitely shooting down to at least this level, if not this level over here on these lower ends. On this lower end, that is not a straight line. But you get the gist of what I'm saying. So we'll see what happens over here. Possible sell stop. See if we like that there. I do wanna kind of slow my roll on the support and resistance stuff. I don't feel like I'm using it correctly. I want to use it more as like confluences or just areas to be aware of. But you know, I don't want to go ahead and try and take like bounce trades off of certain levels because especially on the 1 minute, it's just difficult. Like there's so many, there's so much volatility and bouncing. So like I could have went ahead and said, oh, I'm gonna take sells here, which obviously that would have been profitable now, but like that's hindsight. And then I don't know, just for me, like I don't have a way of truly confirming or any manner of finding confluences to support those levels. So I think I'm just gonna hold off for a while on using that as a trading strategy. Look, we had that break, nice break. Already up 10 points on the break of this trend line. Oh, it looks like we're testing. What's probably going to end up happening, and this is from the experience that I've had, but We're probably just going to be bouncing up and down until we hit that uh, Fed Powell, that Fed Chair Powell speech. And then depending on what he says, we'll decide. We'll probably get another big push, something like this, whether it's up or down. I'm not really big on my fundamental analysis, but I do know to be wary and be aware and cautious when going into news events like that. So we'll definitely, if we can get into our entry and we can push higher, we're definitely going to be trailing that stop loss. We're going to try and keep it decently tight, give it enough room to breathe. But we do want to make sure we got our stop loss in play, and then I'm also going to be ready to exit the position, just in case we get some slippage. You don't want to be a part of slippage. All right, we're going to go ahead and fix our trend line to this new level. Indecision at this price level here. So like now that I'm watching this live, this indecision, I like this level. So we can see if we break past it, maybe use it as support, but I will not be selling off of this level as of right now, since we already kind of have this buyer bias, bullish bias, right? Here we go. Getting close to that level, see what happens. Oh, that was close. That was close. So close. Do that pullback first, and then get me in, and then get me in. Get everyone else out of their stop losses first, and then get me in. Absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers if it gets us in and then comes and lower into that level like it is now. Oh my gosh. How far was that? Oh my gosh. One quarter. That was a quarter. 1/4 of a point, and we were going to be in there. Thank goodness, trading gods, for that. That would have been wild. We probably would have had to have walked off. All right, let's see what happens, because apparently we have that volume again. Is that gonna? All right. So we are in the trade. It's just under our entry point, so that's why we're seeing that negative. But it does look like we set it up correctly, so it would go for that buy immediately, and then we just got to sit here and we let it play out. We let it play out. We're in the trade. We did our analysis. We let it play out. Oh, that's not a happy candle. I don't know if it's more painful watching it on TradingView or on TradeMate, because on TradingView it's super laggy, right? So I don't know where we're at. But then on TradeMate it's like execution, execution. It's everything. Like I'm seeing every single execution. So you're just seeing it. You're seeing it flutter up and down. So it's almost a little. I don't know which one's scarier. I don't know which one's worse to watch. Um, I will say I do feel more comfort like trading on TradeMate because I do get to see every execution. So you get a better feel for it. Whereas like on TradingView, this lag is it's almost unbearable. It's almost unbearable. All right, let's stop. So we got a nice little loss of 500. That's all right. That's all right. Let's see. We'll give a go. See if we can get one more trade, maybe on that same bias, on that same entrance. See what happens. See what happens. With market, make sure we got our 500 stop. There we are at our key level. Are we in that? All right, we're in. We got a tighter stop. Why is that? 2 units, tighter stop. Interesting. I don't know what happened there. And we don't have our take profit set. Always important to make sure that your execution panel is looking the way you want it to. All right, looks like we got our 1R. Let's go ahead. Let's get ready for a pullback. I'm holding the trailing stop right here right now, so it's not placed yet. Flutter, flutter, flutter. All right, here comes this volume. Dropped it. Dropped it at about half R, so that'd be like 250. So not a terrible level, but obviously not that 2R we're looking for. If we can get up there, we'll move our stop to 1. Our trailing stop to 1, which will be right here. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And again, just letting it play out. Market's going to do what it wants to do. Market wants to hit our trailing stop. That's fine. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but got to deal with it. So if we can get a big push, the buyers were coming in. So obviously we're seeing some resistance up here, which is understandable. You know, maybe our trailing stop's a little too tight right now, but I'm okay with that. Take that 250 up from our loss. So it looks like we're at 985, so almost break even again. Not bad, not bad. All right, let's get rid of this line, and then I want to go ahead and I want to move this right about here. So we're looking at this as like possible new support level. Maybe we get, again, maybe we get a trade off of here. Let's go ahead. Let's just watch price, and if we get up here, we're going to get into our buy, like we planned, just like we planned up here. Boom. Trailing stop too close. Trailing stop too close. We know for next time. We know for next time. What time we got? 9:45. So we're gonna have that Powell news come up soon. Um, do we want to get into a trade? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens if we get that break up there. Maybe we put on a one contract, so we size down a bit. With 500, we're looking at 100 tick. If we hit this, I'm in. We're looking at a 100-point stop, which I think we could do. And let's see it, and we'll just ride it as long as we can, right? That's a break. Order in. So we got our 100-point right there. We got our entry right here. And let's see what happens. We analyzed, we came up with our plan for today, and then we are trading the plan. So that's about a 50-point move, right? Or no, I'm wrong. 25-point move, because we're doing math in quarters right now. So 100 divided by 4 is 25. So we'll see. We might have to go ahead and possibly get some of that Powell news in there. Some of that excitement in there. See if we can come out with a push higher. We did have that trend line break. That's our strategy. Let's go ahead and calculate. What do we got right here at our 59? Depending on how price starts to move, I think we might tighten our stop, bring it down here to this 59. To our 10 EMA. Definitely is looking like the market wants to kick our butt right now. So at a 25, so we got a 25-point stop right now. I might be a bit eager, right? Because you're looking for a 25-point move up. So I'm not too sure how I feel about that either. Dropping. So we tightened our stop loss a bit. We don't want to take that full blow of 500 if we're going to take that loss. We're already negative on the trade, and we're not trying to go much more negative on the account. So if we're gonna take a blow, we'll take a blow. Might be a little bit on our numbers, but I'd rather be closer to our break even than under the water. All right, we take that loss. We're all right, just negative 500 on the account. Nothing terrible, nothing crazy. All right, we'll see what we can do if we get back up there. Time we got 10 minutes until news hits. We'll see what we can do. Should we have held this trade a bit longer? You could say so, most definitely. But we can't say, you can't say we did bad. I mean, we took a decent amount of profit here on this trade. Can I pull it up? I'm pretty sure I can pull it up. Doesn't. It's filled. It doesn't look like I'm getting the price, like how much we did on the trade. I'll see. I should be able to pull it up somewhere, so I'll figure that out. But we're just a little under right now, only under by 500. About it's really like 463. So we're good. We're still sitting in it. We're still doing what we got to do. We'll see. Maybe we get this last trade, and this will probably be our last trade for today, unless we get something prettier. But not looking to take too many trades. We went ahead and we put ourselves on the market a couple of times, more than necessary probably. But yeah, just taking it slow. We're not doing anything too crazy. I don't think we're at that over trading stage yet, and we're still following our rules. We're still following, our plan, our strategy. So we're good as long as we're operating from a point of self-awareness and strategic execution. Then we are okay to keep trading. All right, remember we got that news at 10. Fed Powell usually drops the price. When Mr. Powell speaks, the price usually drops. So I want to be wary of that. 7 minutes. I am locked in right now on this price action. The biggest thing with TradingView is this. Like I just like having this so I can show you guys, and moving around and the seamlessness of it is better for my analysis. And I have more tools that I can use. But I really wish that this execution speed was here on TradingView, because if it was, this would be the ultimate platform. And it is sadly upsetting. Excuse me. Sadly upsetting that this execution speed is not on TradingView. Could have possibly used to seeing that this break of the trend line, right? We weren't crossing our TDI the way I like it. So no, not a good confluence there. Just only the break of that trend line. Whereas like on these cells on this level here, we've got to cross. Apologies for the yawning. I have been awake for a decent while, but that's how my week goes. We just catch up on sleep on the weekend, so we'll be all right. Busy week. All right, here comes this news. Coming up 3 minutes. 3 minutes left till news. We'll see what happens. And then we'll probably just be on for a little bit after the news, and see what we do. See what we go ahead and do. I think next week I'm gonna go ahead and try out, or maybe this week. Tomorrow we'll go ahead. We'll pull up book maps, which is another tool that I'm looking to possibly find some more confluences with these support and resistance levels, or these liquidity levels, right? So yeah, I might go ahead and try the free trial on that, see how it is, see how it works out. But for right now, we'll just, obviously for today and possibly tomorrow, just keep rocking what we got going on. Oh my goodness, look at that. And that is Mr. Fed Howell for you. Watch. And then it's going to hit 10, and it's going to fly. My assumption is up because we went lower. So my assumption is going to slingshot up. It's like a spring, right? It's springing down. And then we're going to possibly. 3, 2, 1. Tiny. No, it's going to be small. It's going to drop. There's no way that this guy is reporting good news. It's going to go through the stratosphere. I'm going to go ahead and assume he hasn't said what he needs to say yet. That was it? So you can see how our bias kind of took us out for today, right? We lost some money because we were focused on trying to get those buys, trying to get those buy entries. Um, and I mean, yeah, we made a bit of money, and we got in a little late on some of them, got in a little early on some of those trades. Our stop loss was a bit tight on some of those trades. That's why we lost money. But you can go ahead and see. I mean, yes, we had a good bias when getting in for our buys, but that bias, obviously, the market quickly switched up, quickly changed, and we weren't a part of these moves on the lower end, on the selling end. So something to analyze, something to be aware of. And yeah, honestly, I think I'm gonna call this session a wraps. I'll definitely keep posted on my phone, watching the market, see what's going on. If I get into a trade uh, that correlates to one of my strategies, then we'll go ahead and we'll take that trade and we'll put it up on Instagram so you guys can check it out. Oh, sorry, I locked into the market again. It's moving. So yeah, I mean that's about it. Lost some money. Down $400-ish. Uh, so not too shabby, and we can still make it happen. We can go ahead and trade this challenge correctly. Follow our rules, follow our plan, and we'll be able to do what we got to do to pass this challenge, right? To make it happen. So yeah, pretty good trading session. Obviously, could have lost more, could have made more. That's how it's going to be. And you're not going to be able to read everything. You just got to go ahead and follow your strategies, do your analysis, and figure out where you'll be able to dip your feet in for that day. Keep testing, keep adapting. Keep figuring out where your strong suits are, and just execute, be a part of the market. And that's how this is how you get this experience. This is how you get used to seeing those numbers. This is how you get used to not freaking out when you're negative or when you're seeing drawdown, right? Not freaking out when you're seeing profit. Just act accordingly, follow your rules, follow your strategies, and try to trade like a robot is the best way I could explain it. But there, and we're all good. I'm gonna head to the gym, and then hopefully, we get some sleep for today. But I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you guys keep watching the markets, keep taking the trades, and just keep on learning about yourself, learning how you act while you're trading, and going ahead and self-analyzing and figuring that all out so that you could become a better trader. It just takes day by day, continuously being disciplined, being consistent, being strategic with your self reflection, and going ahead and actually learning from yourself and putting it into practice when you go ahead and you try and adapt and try to change a couple of things here and there. Right, be creative with it. It's the most important thing. Um, so yeah, all good, and market's gonna keep moving without us. It's gonna do what it's got to do, and we got to do what we got to do. So we're gonna go to the gym and get some sleep, and get back to work. Uh, and obviously, I got a couple more things on the list that I'd like to get done today. So yeah, I'll leave you guys to it. And it was a great streaming, great trading day. Obviously, not a crazy amount of excitement because yeah, we lost some money, so we're gonna feel it a little bit. But take the blows, take the hits, and just keep coming back. Keep practicing, keep reflecting. Seeing where you can improve. And that's about it, guys. That's all I could give you for today. So you have a good day, and I'll see you on the next stream. See you on the next trading session.